Funny how I get clarity on these projects. I grew up right down the street from the projects. Well, on side of the road, in a trailer with a ravine in the back of us. Only care in the world was my family and acting up and basketball in the cul-de-sac. In Washington Chapel, just a hoop till the morning before Chap drove me back. Either him or Jabari, but nobody told me that life would be cruel after that. I learned early when a friend of mine found his dad dead in his bed. I ain't speak to him since. I got harassed by a cop in Indiana who shot twice at my head. And I ain't messed with him since. I lost my best friend at a kickback, a 22 to the chest. And I ain't been the same since. I lost Quincy to a drunk driver days before we all graduated. Shit, ain't none of this making sense. The grief is compounding and resounding in every sense. I get reminded daily in America I ain't shit. These rules and regulations enforced that just benefit these rich white men and women stuck on their power trip, using religion as disguise to execute foolishness. Overturning Roe versus Wade is probably just a tip. It's crazy how fake Christians rally behind changing the world the way the Romans tried instead of how Jesus did. So now the disenfranchised gotta do what we did, adapt to all of this and get told that life isn't fair. Mass shootings are well over 200 this year, but that affects big business, so these hoes don't care. They moving slimy as hell, laughing stock of the world, but the ones that won't change, we cry together, I swear. Every law that gets reversed, we cry together, I swear. Just not in public, they'll use that as ammunition. We clear? Let that shit rock.
What the Supreme Court just did was that they chose to endanger the lives of all women and all birthing people in this country. But not only that, they've chosen to strip rights from men too. Because frankly, the right to our own bodies and the right to form our families, this is something that belongs to all of us. And it does not belong to lawmakers.
You should know 3 things. Getting an abortion is not easy. Making that decision is not easy. It's not something people do lightly. It's not something that you can just do. It is a hard, awful decision that people make. And if you don't have the wherewithal to understand that, to start this conversation with, I know how hard this must be for you. If you're starting it by telling me I'm gonna burn in hell, then you're not looking out for me as a human being, whether I subscribe to your religion or not.
Post-traumatic stress disorder is a psychiatric disorder that may occur in people who have experienced or witnessed